So everyone, this is Casper, aka Casper. He's a really cool guy. You'll definitely like him. I'll do them later, Bravo. You know I can't do them when I do the podcast. Shush. Anyways, Casper's a really cool guy. He plays Phasmophobia. He plays a lot of games that I play, so he's actually really cool. I hope you guys enjoy the podcast, and we're gonna get started here.
So am I really cool?
Yeah, we're cool. You're cool.
Am I really cool because I play the games you play, or just because I'm really cool?
You're just really cool.
Oh, okay. Just making
You've
sure.
got such a majestic beard that everyone can see right now. Before we get started with questions, could you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Casper. Let's see. I've been streaming for. I think I actually first started streaming. God, probably 3.5 years ago.
Oh God.
Yeah. It started. The person who actually got me into streaming was AB Positive.
Oh really?
Yeah. I started working night shift, and AB and I were working together at the time. And AB says, "Hey, you got to check out this one guy. He's really cool." And he was on the West Coast, so it made working overnights really easy. The guy was super entertaining. It's Mr. Scoot. He's a stand-up comedian, does all sorts of retro gaming and streaming and whatnot. So watched him, watched AB stream at the time, and it seemed like it was fun. So I got out there and gave it a try.
That's awesome.
Did it very, very half-ass at best, starting out.
Let me guess, just simply the game, no notifications, no overlay, nothing, just the game, and you talking, huh?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that. And I have a bad habit of doing all sorts of over-engineering beforehand. So then I have like really nice overlay, tons of time spent on alerts and everything, and then I just never stream. So I finally, Bart's got it right. There's the Scoot salute. Life happened, jobs changed, and that sort of thing. And so streaming kind of became a forgotten thing. I still watched a few folks here and there. And then just, it wasn't until, Among Us started becoming a real thing and started hanging out with Lady Merlin and then you, and then we just kind of interacted and met with a whole bunch of new people, and then I decided I really want to get more involved in streaming, and from there it's kind of been a huge blown out community of some really awesome, fantastic people that I've run into since I started back up again.
That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna start with the first question, which is from Bravo. How do you pronounce your Twitch name? Because I feel like Shadow is pronouncing it wrong.
Oh, Bravo's right. So, I know a lot of people have had issues with my name. Originally, when I first started streaming, it was E5 Casper, and it was that because of my time spent in the military. I was in the Marine Corps for 10 years.
I can see that because you're wearing a hat that says that.
Yeah. I spent some time in the Marines, and so that was my rank when I got out, and I just kind of incorporated that. And when I was watching that Mr. Scoot guy, he had such a hard time with realizing that was a 5, and he always kept calling me S Casper. So I eventually changed the name to S Casper. And now I get Escaper and E-Casper all the time. So now I've kind of just gone to the point of telling everybody that it's Casper. The ES is silent. It makes it easier.
So technically your name is E5 Casper, but everyone just calls you S Casper or just Casper.
Casper seems like the best way.
All right, so my next question then is... What was the influence in your... Well, you kind of already talked about that, but what was the influence in your life to make you want to become a streamer? And you kind of already touched on that with AB and the Scoot Salute person.
Yeah, pretty much it. Boredom. Boredom was a big one. Working a very screwed up schedule made it
Mm-hmm.
so that I'm sleeping half the day, um, and then my days off were weird because I was working the nights. So just having something to do where I was still interacting with people, it wasn't necessarily interacting with a lot of people because in those early days, streaming was like a zero or one viewer per stream sort of thing, which I think pretty much all of us have experienced at one point or another. It wasn't until I actually met this group that I've been involved with this time around that I actually had people paying attention to what was going on. So,
Mm-hmm.
that, yeah, it's definitely been a lot more enjoyable recently than it was in the beginning because you actually feel like you're doing something for a reason.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I actually started out about 2 years ago, technically. 3 years ago, I started out, but I was mostly just a console gamer. So what I did is I streamed off my console and I would play. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what was going on or anything. So basically, I guess you could call me a noob. I was super noob, basically. So what happened was I decided to finally get into it once COVID hit. Because I didn't have a job at the time. My job was pretty much like, yeah, we don't need you now because you have a low immune system. Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
That was basically their thoughts on that. All right. What is next? Oh, what made you choose the theme of your channel? Now, I know you touched on the name, the reason for the theme of your name, but what is the theme of your channel?
That's a really good question. As soon as I figure that out, I can let you know. Honestly,
well, you have your Discord and it's like the mausoleum. I think you touch more on the Casper and the ghost side of it. Where's your theme, don't you?
yeah, that's what I was trying for, but I'm very, very artistically challenged. I'm somewhat creatively challenged. So a lot of times I will try to spend time on making things look good and come up with some clearly defined theme. And then, like I said before, I spend so much time doing that, I don't actually stream. So I kind of just set that aside and said, you know what, I've got this that works. For the Friday Night Maw stuff we do, the wrestling stuff that we do every Friday night, Patches said, hey, you know what, you need a good overlay for this. I'm going to make you one. So the overlay I have for that entire thing was made by Patches. He put the whole thing together, like took the time out to come up with that all on his own and absolutely loved it. I got it in there and, we've made little modifications to it here and there along the way, but I was looking at just having a completely blank screen and then nothing else. But he put all of that together. So, Patches is really good when it comes to that overlay stuff.
All right. So what is one thing you wished you had known when you began your streaming career?
What the hell I was doing. Like, honestly, I had no clue. I stumbled through setting up Streamlabs, had more audio issues than I currently have. If that can even be fathomed. It seems like every week I have new audio issues that seem to be working perfectly fine last time.
Do you know what? Do you know how many streams I go through and I always have to have a game issue, a technical issue, an audio issue, an internet issue? Do you know how many streams since I started streaming I've had streams where it's like, oh, I broke this, guys, just give me a moment. We're just going to sit here and talk while I figure this out. I can never have a good stream just go well for me. Damn it. Alright, Casper, what is your biggest failure and what did you learn from it?
What is my biggest failure? Oh, God. Are we talking just in streaming?
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, I just noticed this. You and me have the same shape of glasses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at my glasses here.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, Bart's got it. Where do I begin? Biggest failure in streaming. Um, Probably just diving in, head first and not really doing any research on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just being, one of those guys that I give patches hell for being all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just, oh, I know how to do this.
Oh, bravo, shush.
And then, saying, oh, I'm an IT guy. I know how to do this. And then getting in there and realizing you have absolutely no idea what you're doing.
I understand that completely because, like, being a VTuber myself, I had no idea what a VTuber was except for a few things that some people use their VTuber models for sexual things on, like, Chatterbait or OnlyFans. That's all I knew about it. Then when I looked into it more, I was like, okay, I can use the avatar to play games and stuff. I don't have to go into the NSFW side of being a VTuber. I can just be a gaming VTuber. And I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. But to look into the time to put in to make the models, the money to put in to make the models, the ideas you have to put in to make the models, all the things you have to do to make the model. Oh my goodness, it was cry.
Yeah.
We won't talk
AB
about how much
Positive,
money I've spent.
AB Positive's been doing a lot of that stuff.
The VTuber stuff?
Not the VTuber stuff. It's doing like what is it, the motion capture crap, creating. She's got a model created and everything.
Yeah, then she's technically a VTuber now.
Yeah, working on creating a
3D model?
YouTube series. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, creating a YouTube series for all kinds of screwed up gameplay and whatever.
Yeah, so like, so AB's thinking about becoming like me, which is a VTuber model, which I find is really comfortable because I'm a type of person. Yes, I've been told I am very pretty, but I don't like showing myself in real life. I'd rather, and I feel more secure to be honest with the model because then like I get people like to see behind the mask and everything. But at the same time, for my security, I don't want to have to show myself and then, go in my public and be like, oh my god, that's Shadow Fire! Whoop, nope. Oh my gosh, you guys shush. Anyways, what's the best resource that has helped you along the way?
Best resource? Just other streamers. Like, I think a lot of us do a lot of, hey, let me go check out this person, see what they do, and then on the side talk to them, hey, how did you do that? And we find things that we think would fit in good with what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of take that from a person, adapt it to meet kind of our personality and how we like to do things, and just kind of incorporate that into what we do. And then, Google knows everything. So if somebody doesn't have an answer for you, you just talk to the Google Oracle and, you'll eventually find what you're looking for.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that, honestly. I know with Google, it helped me with looking for Vroid and VTuber stuff, and then it definitely helped me with the streaming stuff, like looking up all these overlays that I use and everything. Granted, they're all free from Stream Elements. I do want to get a custom overlay made for me, but at this time, it's like I don't really. All my money goes into the models. Speaking of which, I have 2 new models I just got finished. Or one's getting finished, one's getting rigged to be able to move with me, and I can't wait to use it.
Oh, that sounds cool.
I know, it's so cute. You actually, because you're a mod in my chat, you should have seen the pictures in my admin channel.
I forgot you made me a mod in there, so I will go and take a look at that.
No worries. Alright, so, who are 3 people who have been the most influential to you?
All of this is streaming, right?
Yes, all streaming.
Let's see. Well, I'm gonna have to say AB, because AB is the one that got me stuck on this path. And has been the brain behind so much of this technical crap that I have going on here, so AB is definitely probably culprit number 1. It's been probably, is it 6 months maybe? 6 months, but Patches has been a huge help with getting this stuff organized and straightened out, and he's a fantastic sounding board. So he has no problem with saying, no, bro, that's stupid. And, you know, I take a minute to think about it again. It's like, you know what? You're probably right. That would not have gotten us in the direction we wanted. And I think, honestly, you know, probably the boss lady who does not show up on camera or in voice, that just tolerates me doing this stuff.
Well, there was the one time I heard her voice.
Oh yeah. She sits in the background. She listens to me rant and rave about all of the things that go well or don't go well, and she's extremely supportive with all of this.
That's
And
awesome.
if you don't have that person in the background that's supportive of it, then none of this really works well. So
I agree 100%. My other half actually helped me get the laptop I have now. He paid for it so I could do what I have. He's helped pay for a lot of things. The desk I have, my original chair he helped pay for, my camera, my screen, my mouse, keyboard, everything. He's helped me get a lot of stuff just to be able to do what I can do now. And he's very supportive of it. Granted, there is times that I should take a break, and he yells at me when I don't take breaks. So that's what happened last weekend. I kind of canceled coffee stream Saturday just so I could take a break and spend it with him, which is understandable.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll pull her into like a Phasmo stream, and me, her, Hatches, and Brockers will get on there and, you know, do what we can to feed Brockers to the ghost. Or we'll play some Overcooked, and, you know, we'll set the kitchen on fire. But I think you're going to be doing that today, so
yeah, I'll be doing that. See, with him though, he's been only playing. He either played a lot of Valheim, and I played with him with that, or he plays a lot of Raft, and I play that with him, or he'll play World of Warcraft. And he's been doing World of Warcraft for several weeks now.
Probably is.
Oh, shush. All right, what is one common myth about being a streamer that you want to debunk?
I'm a lazy streamer, so I don't really think about a lot of this stuff. Quite honestly, it's definitely not a money-making scheme, that's for sure. If that's what people are thinking, then, you know, that's probably the one thing I would say is
go find something else.
Is not true. Yeah.
You know, if you're looking to make quick cash or this, go make an OnlyFans. Joe, go take some pictures.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that either because I don't want to be further in debt. Like that's having to pay for someone's therapy bills if I did something like that. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm good. I know my limitations.
I don't know if I asked you this question. I usually have these numbered, but for some reason they're not right now. What advice would you give someone wanting to pursue a career similar to yours? So similar to the streaming career.
Do your research. Make sure you actually are some form of an extroverted type of person, so that you have the ability to actually network and go out and actively talk with people and engage with people. Because, you know, people like me who do not like talking to people, that it can be a little difficult getting out there and having a successful time doing streaming.
Yeah, definitely
you don't
stick with the comfort zone for a bit and then try and branch out, like bring 1 or 2 new people into that comfort zone. Like last night, I brought Ahor into Dead by Daylight with me, and I brought my friend Fang, and then we had 3 new people. So it was 3 versus 3. 3 new people, 3 of my usual people. Like myself, Fang, and Ahor were usual people for me that I used to stream with. And then 3 new people, Mally, his wife, and my friend Stumpin' Jack, who's also a streamer. So
I saw you guys when you were playing that last night.
Yeah, I let's just say there was 2 instances where I screamed. One, bloody murder. The other, because Fang jumped down a hole and scared the crap out of me. All right, last 2 questions. And these are the hard ones. If you could step into my shoes right now, what would you have asked yourself that I haven't asked?
Have you ever thought of quitting it?
Okay, then I guess answer the question.
The answer there is on numerous occasions I've thought of just saying I'm done with this because it can be exhaustive. Trying to keep up with, like, I don't know why, but I'm looking at the list and I think I'm modded in like 7 or 8 different Discord servers, and I've got a few different channels that I'm a mod on, and I feel really horrible because I do not show up in nearly as many of them as I should, because outside life just, like with 4 teenagers in the house, outside life makes things pretty chaotic at times. So trying to get on and do the responsible mod duties in those 2 areas can be a little overwhelming, and definitely leaves you feeling like, this person is relying on me to do this and I'm failing them. I'm the type of person that definitely takes that sense of failure to heart. And, I frequently try to do better, but always feel like I'm not doing well enough.
So, thank you very much, Casper, and really enjoyed our conversation here.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Glitter Dwarf is the best guest.
Fucking chops.
Yeah, that's funny. Anyways, so thanks guys for hanging out with us.